So let's have a look at some of my statistics. What can I tell you about those? So it's actually the 7th of January, so this video is going to be a little bit late, and I've actually already finished 3 books this year, but obviously we're not counting them. So let's have a look at the statistics. So my reading goal was 30 books this year, which meant I needed to read 3 books a month. I ended up reading 33 if you include the 15 audiobooks, which this chart is, so we're just going to class them as one thing for the sake of these statistics. I read 5,133 pages and I listened to 152 hours of audiobook. The average length of book was 156, but this is taking the average from the total books and dividing it by the total number of pages, and that's not going to work if 15 of them are audiobooks, so that average isn't very accurate. My average star rating was 4. I spent £16.18 on books this year, which is pretty good. I bought 5 books, apparently. Average cost being £3.24, and I saved £173.87 from borrowing books from the library. The month where I read the most books was March, where I finished 6 books. That's a lot of books. I assume most of them were audiobooks. And then I only read 1 in May, September, October and November. All of them will be audiobooks because I tend to listen to 1 audiobook a month. I read 1,123 pages in June. And yeah, in May, August, October and November I read 0 pages. So those will be audiobooks that month. I didn't read 0 pages, I just didn't finish any books, so it doesn't log me as having read any of them. Average days per book is 11. Seems about right to me. I read 14 non-fiction. That is the largest percentage at 42%. Followed by memoir, which is also non-fiction, I guess. So I read 4, which is 12%. 9% fantasy, which is 3 books. 6% fiction, which is 2. And then 3% crime and horror, both of which are 1, and short stories as well. I will put a link to my full statistics in the description if anyone wants to actually have a proper look. Most of the books that I read were 200 to 299 pages. I think that's gone down from last year. That was 18%, and then 15% were 300 to 399. Which means so most books were about 200 to 400 pages, which is pretty average for most books of that length anyway. 4 hardbacks, 14 paperbacks, 1 ebook, 15 audiobooks. 64% of the books that I read came out 2016 to 2020. Let's have a look at diversity. 15% had queer representation and 15% discussed mental health in the books. Those are the biggest ones. There's a few smaller ones. I'm not going to go through all of them. 28 were adult, 5 were YA, 1 children's book. I read 2 books from a trilogy, 5 from a duology, 5 from a series, and 22 standalone. I read 15 books from my TBR pile, and 19 books were bought this year / borrowed this year. 61% male, 36% female, and 6% non-binary. According to this, my only stipulation with that is what I'm aware of. There may be more non-binary authors in here that I'm not aware of because they're not out, or I just didn't find the information. The countries are a lot easier to find out though. 64% from Europe, 36% from North America, 3% from Oceania. That's not an excellent statistic, to be honest. 88% white and 15% POC, so that's not a great statistic either. 82% straight were the authors. However, I'd like to stipulate that I'm aware of. I would actually guess that percentage is a lot lower, either because I didn't find out the information or because people are not out. Again, 97% cis, 6% trans, but once again, I don't think that's going to be accurate at all to actual real life statistic. This one is, however, 61% new authors, 42% authors I've read before. Yeah, and the rest is just statistics about the books that I took out of the library, which I'm not going to go through. We also have some nice charts. So I'll put those charts here. So these are the nice charts for the books and pages that I read this month. this year per month. Then we have genre and format. Then we have star rating and age group. Then we have page length and year published. Author, gender and author race. Author continent and author nationality. Purchases per month and spend per month. That is all of the charts, but I'll link this all down below, and I'll end this now because this video is getting very long. So let me know what you guys read in 2021. What was your favourite book? Do you have any recommendations based on what I've told you for my 2022 reading? And yeah, I'll see you next year for this video next year, because I make this video every year. If you have a look at my channel, you will see all of these videos that I made in the previous years. If you want to compare, you can see me slowly reading less and less as my life gets more and more intense. But if you have any requests or questions, leave them down in the comments. New videos every Wednesday, like, subscribe, and all that jazz, and I'll see you next week. Bye.